Hi, I'm Kylie Matu, and welcome to Wealthy Millionaire. Today we're going to talk about token swaps. But first, I'm not an accountant or a lawyer, and make sure to always consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. Today we're going to talk about token swaps. And for those who didn't know already, token swaps is the migration of projects or platforms from one blockchain to another, as opposed to the exchange of tokens. An example of this is the migration of blockchain tokens between permissioned and permissionless blockchains and the token migration requirements that are frequently associated with such swaps. So what is a token swap? Well, the dynamic world of the fiat money experiences swaps or interchange when administrators introduce new denominations, issue a new variation of an existing currency, or stop producing or sustaining a previously existing denomination. Swaps or exchanges are frequently used in the crypto industry to refer to a broader range of technical tastes. If a blockchain project has to migrate to a new blockchain system, it may be necessary to implement token migration. Blockchain, as a distributed ledger, often allows tokens to be built on either public or private blockchains. So tokens built on either of the two may at times decide to migrate between permissioned and permissionless blockchain platforms during the token development. For example, a token swap, alternatively called token migration, transfers digital tokens from one blockchain to another. It typically occurs when a project raises funding on one blockchain, for example, the Ethereum network, and then migrates its tokens to another proprietary blockchain following the launch of the project's mainnet. However, for a variety of reasons, blockchain projects may transfer to a different blockchain network. Storage Network, EOS, and Tron are the most notable examples of token swaps. The Storage Network swapped from Bitcoin to Ethereum in 2017. After Storage's developers discovered that the Ethereum blockchain provided excellent scalability for their project with its underlying smart contracts capabilities. Unfortunately, without introducing new code structures or maintenance forms, it's not possible to swap out one token for another without modifying the original code. So why would a project require token swapping in the first place? Well, token swaps occur primarily when projects use a single blockchain to facilitate funding, such as Ethereum network, and then they wish to move their tokens to their exclusive private blockchain when the project's mainnet is retired. In contrast to the conventional issuance of shares, blockchains and tokens enable projects to accept investments and provide them with a variety of choices and control. However, investment is required to establish the blockchain's basis, referred to as mainnet. This creates an ironic scenario in which the blockchain needs investment to generate tokens as an investment option. So a viable option is to create a token on an established blockchain. So companies may have their tokens on other blockchains while developing their own. Ethereum's ERC20 token protocol is a well-known blockchain for generating bespoke tokens. So the ERC20 standard, armed with an Ethereum deterministic wallet, sparked a boom of new tokens after its November 2017 adoption. So how does a token swap work? Well, the degree to which users and investors are involved in token swapping process varies. Conventionally, it depends on the location of tokens, so either on the exchange like Mainnet or in a private wallet. So whatever the case is, as an investor, you're not going to be required to take any action if the token swap takes place on an exchange platform. Numerous exchange platforms simply process token swaps, which are then credited to your account as tokens. This can be extremely simple, and you can complete the token swap in just a few simple steps. But then on the other hand, the process becomes slightly a bit more complicated if you're going to store your tokens in your wallet, depending on each blockchain's project's migration process. In general, if you're a token holder, you must register your tokens prior to the deadline for the token swap to ensure that they're migrated to the new blockchain. This is referred to as mapping. Generally, the procedure for performing the swap on your own is the same. So first, the platform or the person who issued the token will provide you with a wallet, most preferably Ethereum deterministic wallet, to download, or you can do it by an online registration form. You will receive 2 wallets in both cases, so one for your old token and one for your new token. After that, the old token must be transferred to a specific address. Following that, the wallet associated with the new account will be credited. It's essential to highlight the importance of using a secured and backup-ready wallet while you're trying to swap tokens manually. The manual method carries a higher risk, and users need to use a deterministic wallet like the Ethereum deterministic wallet. They offer users the opportunity to restore Ethereum wallets in the event of thefts with backup, accounting, and auditing features. Wallets and websites created by token issuers are primarily designed to swap tokens and may be unfamiliar to those unfamiliar with token swaps. Additionally, the process may or may not work as described and designed, which means that any error you make will be permanent and irreversible. On the other hand, manual swaps are best suited for those with prior experience in cryptocurrency space. And on a side note, the procedure described here is a general summary of the manual swap and may vary depending on the token pairings and the variables. So why is token swapping important nowadays? Token swapping services are critical to the current crypto revival. A token swap enables businesses to raise funds while using an external blockchain network and then move all of your backers to their blockchain once the project is complete. Additionally, it enables companies to collaborate with other businesses to accomplish common objectives. On the other side, it's very beneficial for supporters since it allows them to swiftly and easily swap tokens. As a result, they remove typical entry hurdles to the cryptocurrency market. In other instances, these solutions provide a simpler entry point to low capitalization cryptocurrencies. So what are some risks associated with token swapping? There's no regulating body. So the crypto space is a decentralized world without a regulating body. There are some dangers associated with this. If anything goes wrong with the swap, there is no redress. Second, they require a certain degree of confidence. The biggest risk associated with token swaps is that they need mutual confidence. Users must have faith in project leaders and in their ability to carry out the swap as agreed. Third is failure to participate in the swap. So another risk with token swaps is missing the deadline. This implies that the old token will lose its value and the exchange will delist it, rendering it unrecognizable and unsupported by any service. Now let's talk about atomic swap. An atomic swap enables the exchange of one cryptocurrency for another, using smart contract technology without using centralized intermediaries such as exchanges. Atomic swaps can occur with different cryptocurrencies, either between blockchains or away from the main blockchain. These type of swaps came to light more so in September 2017 when an atomic swap was accomplished between Decred and Litecoin. Since then, cryptocurrencies and decentralized exchanges such as 0x and Altcoin.io have also incorporated the technology. So let's break down the atomic swaps. The current process for exchanging cryptocurrencies is time-consuming and can be complex due to several reasons. Not all cryptocurrency exchanges support every coin. If a user wants to exchange their coins for another, especially if it's not supported on the current exchange, then they may need to migrate accounts or make several conversions between intermediate coins to accomplish the goal. This is where atomic swaps come into play through the use of hash time lock contracts known as HTLC. So this is a time-bound smart contract which generates the use of cryptographic hash function, which can be verified between each party involved. The cryptographic hash function requires that both parties acknowledge the receipt of funds within a specified time frame. So if one of the parties involved fails to confirm the transaction with the specified time frame, then the transaction is void and no funds are exchanged. Here's a scenario of an atomic swap. Say user A was interested in converting 100 bitcoins to an equivalent Litecoin with user B. User A would transfer the transaction to Bitcoin's blockchain. User A then generates a number for a cryptographic hash function to encrypt the transaction. User B repeats the same process, submitting their transaction to Litecoin's blockchain. User A and user B unlock their respective funds using their respective numbers. This needs to be done within a specified time frame or else the transfer will be void. Token swapping has played a significant role in onboarding innovative projects and users into the crypto ecosystem, enabling project teams to transit from permissioned to permissionless blockchains. With Ethereum at the center of this concept, we've seen the rise of Ethereum deterministic wallet that ensured that the wallet's equipped with such features such as backup, security, data storage, accounting, auditing, and access controls, therefore making things much easier than the cumbersome way a non-deterministic wallet works. Thank you for watching this session on token swapping. I know it can seem like a lot of information, especially when you're new to the cryptocurrency world. I'm Kylie Matu. Thank you for watching Wealthy Millionaire. And remember, the more you save, the more you earn.